There's something that keeps coming up in the world of project management, and it's this nagging issue of stakeholder engagement. It's like the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. But trust me, if you ignore it, it's going to stomp all over your project. I mean, think about it. You have this brilliant project idea. You've got a stellar team, and everything seems to be in place. But then you realize that the people who matter, the stakeholders, aren't really on board. That's when things start to unravel. So, what does lack of stakeholder engagement actually look like? Picture this. You're in a meeting, and everyone's nodding along, but you can feel it. There's this underlying tension. Some team members are looking at their phones. Others are doodling. And you can just tell that not everyone is aligned on the project goals. You leave the meeting feeling pumped, but then you hear a week later that a key stakeholder is unhappy because they thought the project was going in a different direction. Cue the panic, right? This misalignment can derail even the best plans. You might have a project timeline that looks perfect on paper. But if the stakeholders aren't engaged, they're not going to buy into the vision. They might have different expectations, different priorities, or even different definitions of success. And when that happens, you're not just managing a project, you're managing a crisis. It's like trying to steer a ship with half the crew not even knowing where they're headed. So, how do we fix this? First off, communication is key. You can't just send out a one-time email and expect everyone to be on the same page. It's about building relationships. You need to be proactive in reaching out to stakeholders, asking for their input, and genuinely listening to their concerns. It's not just about informing them, it's about engaging them. Get them involved in the process. Make them feel like they're a part of the journey, not just an afterthought. And let's not forget about transparency. If there are changes to the project, if timelines shift, or if there are bumps in the road, communicate that. Stakeholders appreciate honesty, and it helps build trust. When they feel informed and included, they're more likely to support the project and align their goals with yours. Another important aspect is setting clear expectations from the get-go. What are the project goals? What does success look like? Make sure everyone understands what they're working towards. It's like giving them a roadmap. If everyone knows the destination, they're less likely to veer off course. And if they do, it's easier to bring them back into alignment. But here's the kicker. Engagement isn't a one-time deal. It's an ongoing process. Regular check-ins, updates, and feedback sessions are essential. It's about creating a culture of collaboration. You want to foster an environment where stakeholders feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, even if it's critical. Constructive feedback is gold. It can help you pivot and adjust before it's too late. Now I get it. You might be thinking, this sounds great in theory, but I don't have time for all that. Trust me, investing time in stakeholder engagement up front will save you a ton of headaches down the line. It's about being proactive, not reactive. In conclusion, stakeholder engagement isn't just a box to check off on your project management checklist. It's the foundation of successful project execution. When you align your project goals with your stakeholders' expectations, you're not just setting your project up for success. You're creating a collaborative environment that fosters innovation and creativity. So, the next time you kick off a project, remember to bring everyone along for the ride. You'll be amazed at how much smoother the journey becomes.